Hi guys, so as you can see we have a committee directive for changes in the gun law. So yeah, I looked through it and there's some little things here. So what's basically happened is, before we say anything, I'm gonna have to say this. The current government is burying these questions for changes in the gun law until after the election, when this is supposed to be done. So what is of interest here? So it is implementing the firearms directive from the European Union on a minimum level, but we have a bunch of motions that's passed in Parliament that are also supposed to have a look at this investigator. So yeah, among other things, they do not take up 5-year licensing. It's basically written in these papers that it's going to continue with 5-year licensing. The current government does not want to remove the 5-year licensing for handguns and machine guns. So you have to renew those every 5 years. This is not going to change unless we change the government this fall. And also Parliament has decided to remove licensing from the Swedish police and put that on a new government agency. That was decided already back in 2015, but the current government doesn't give a shit, as usual. So that's also a stated fact in these directives, that the police is gonna keep handling firearms licensing. And how they formulate these things are interesting. So this directive is gonna investigate if changes are needed. Parliament actually decided that changes are supposed to happen, and then they decided which changes. If the current government was honest, this would have been formulated differently. It would say, investigate how to implement these changes, not if changes are needed. So let's have a look a little bit in this. So yeah, so basically analyze the need of and leave suggestions on law changes to the law that's needed to enact the EU firearms licensing on a minimum level. So this is at least important. They could have fucked us over majorly with this implementation, and they have tried several times during the past years to implement this on a maximum over implementation level. So at least this formulation is good. And this is general overlook over the rules regarding gun laws. Leave suggestions on changes that's necessary to make the gun laws more easy to follow, I guess would be a nice translation of this. It's not the changes that we want. It's like the law stays the same but makes it easier to follow. So this can go either way. No one knows how those suggestions will show up. Yeah, so let's continue on. So basically make gun licensing more effective. Yeah. So make the 5-year licensing more effective. Yeah, that can be anything. So most likely, if I'm gonna guess, that's gonna mean that they want to put into law the bullshit extra requirements the police just keeps making up. It can be really bad. So this is just euphemisms for fucking us over. And overlook over the requirements for even getting firearms. So that can go either way. So this is look at if it's needed and in what extent, to what extent there is a need to open up the the number of firearms hunters can own with more guns or gun parts. So this is a very bad formulation. So at the moment, gun parts are not counted as a firearm. So we can own 6 firearms, and we can have extra barrels and stuff for those, which can extend our use of firearms to what's needed for hunting in different scenarios. If they're going to count gun parts to this number of 6, then we're fucked. And then define the limit of if we want more than 6 guns, define what's needed for that. A very qualified need. So basically, if you are a professional hunter hunting for work or whatever, then you might be able to motivate a need. Yeah, we're gonna fuck over gun stores as well with this. Yeah. So this is pretty much political speak for fucking gun owners over in Sweden. So we'll see what happens. So this will get he's supposed to be done at the latest. He's gonna have a first showing of this 11th of November 2022, so this year, and it shall be done on the 10th of November 2023 at the latest. So we'll see November what's happening, I guess, and then I guess we're gonna have to make a lot of noise, because this guy doing this, I don't remember his name, I don't think it says here, he's one of those gun grabbers type of deals. He actually wanted licensing for just pellet guns, air guns before. So we'll see what happens, but I'm not optimistic about this. We're gonna have to be on our toes for this, and when this little investigation is done, it's gonna go on what is called remissrunda, where all the interested parties can come in with suggestions for this or opinions on this, and everyone needs to write in. Then I'll make videos when that happens, of course, and ask everyone to write in. Everyone can do that, but especially if you're like the chairman of a shooting club or something, you should write in, and of course the shooting federations and all that. The more who write in, the better. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this right now. Okay, talk to you later.